So the courts were closed.
Yeah. As far as I know, they were.
And this is
Thursday. So today's the 15th, so Monday it was closed. Tuesday is the day it was issued. If we're talking the 13th, right?
yeah. So
We're on the same page?
I can't remember if it was either today or yesterday. I think it was today.
So
I got the voicemail.
Wednesday?
Yeah, that they
Okay.
dropped those charges.
I would be surprised if you're looking, because these are felony charges, so I would be surprised if it's the same thing. Did you get charged with anything else, like a ticket or something like that you could be maybe mistaking it with?
Now, believe me, this is just you guys had said I had somehow obstructed justice by attempting to arrest Mike West, and when I stood in front of him, in front of his vehicle, like you guys showed up and just didn't really do anything correctly according to your policy 364 of your handbook. So,
Which policy is that?
364, it's about citizens arrest.
I don't think we have that. I don't think that's the Fort Collins policy.
Police Services Handbook, yeah.
Is it?
364.
What's it say specifically that you're referring to?
You're not supposed to persuade or dissuade somebody on the actual use of citizens arrest. You can just tell them what the requirements are. I noticed how the actual wording of it was actually incorrect compared to the state statute of what it's backing up, and it mentioned 16.3.1. And the wording was off. It said a private person may arrest another. And basically the state statute says any person that is not a police officer may arrest another person. Simple as that. A person is a person. Everyone knows citizens arrest is no one is exempt from it. That's what's so funny about this whole thing. If this is what it is all about. But basically, you guys first told me like just leave him alone, and I was like, is that like a restraining order, threat or whatever?
Right.
Yeah. So, then I came back to an hour
Well,
later.
you don't have a restraining order against you though, right? Well, you might now, but at the time you didn't.
Protection order, yeah.
Or yeah, same thing essentially,
But basically, they arrested me later, an hour or two later, just on harassment and obstruction of peace officer. And so I was actually thrilled, honestly, because the previous two occasions that I had with Mike West were trying to get processed harassment and what ended up being obstruction of justice charges. And still got some time here. Let me just tell you a little background.
Go ahead.
Basically, Mike West came out of nowhere in the middle of the day.
Your what came out of nowhere?
Mike West just came out of nowhere. He was just, obviously it's a job for so, he basically, my brother and I were just hanging out at softball park, and he was checking out the vehicle. Kind of yelled from a distance, here's your card, basically. He came up to us and we didn't answer from a distance. We shook our head no. Well, when he asked close up, I really didn't see that. So I literally, once he asked again, I was like, hey, man, I don't ask questions. Just like that, just soft, quiet. I just didn't want to deal with it because I had no reason to. It wasn't my car, done with it. And after I said those two statements, I want to answer questions. I don't want to turn from them. We just stayed silent, my brother and I, while we pretty much got harassed. And after reading the statute of harassment, it was statute subsection H of the harassment statute.
Okay.
And basically, it was the repeated taunting that we couldn't have our time to ourselves. He was taking it from us, and basically, he just collapsed. He blew up. It was hilarious. The first comment was like, "Oh, that's interesting," and then when we didn't answer anything after that, it was, "If you guys don't cooperate, I'm gonna get you on trespassing." And so, what is that? Intimidation, coercion? Come on, trespassing. It's a public park during the day, and so forth. He's trying to get us to talk. He's trying to do something, and I don't like it. So I keep saying nothing. Same with my brother. And then, of course, because he can't get anything from us, he pulls out his camera and he makes this exact comment the way it's sounding. I'm gonna remember you guys. The reason I say that the way I say it is because so basically, I'll tell you that's it. Basically, once he took pictures of us, my brother and I started asking questions like, "Hey, buddy, what's going on? Like, do you have policies for this? Like, come on, is this a personal camera?" Oh, yeah. And as soon as we started asking questions, he just started turning around and leaving. ran away. I'm like, whoa, buddy, who are you? What's going on? So he threw his business card at us, and I kept walking after him, like, hey, buddy, can you please stop for a sec? Like, you know, you're running away from me. And I eventually called out citizen's arrest. I was like, hey, man, we gotta have a copy or something. This is ridiculous. And as soon as I said that, he said, don't you touch me. And he turned around and he left. So that was it. And I called the officer to the scene. I documented everything. And basically, Officer Wes Haynes tells me that citizen's arrest doesn't even exist for cops. That you can't even do it. It's not legal. And I find out in his police report later that he actually lied and said that I was going to use citizen's arrest and he suggested not to. First of all, it's against the policy to tell me not to. But second of all, I actually have the witness statement I wrote and put in that said I did it. I'm not going to tell him I was going to when I did it. You know, and so where it gets really messy is the second time around, he just happens to find me in the forest with what do you know, Wes Haynes. There's his little cop buddy to run the names and so forth. The muscle.
One male with Fort Collins.
And they basically do their ticket for the camping and so forth. And then I basically tell them, hey guys, you know, I haven't been able to deal with this citizen's arrest thing. You guys pretty much left me out in the dark. Both of you have told me incorrect things and so forth. And so I was like, I gotta arrest Mike West right here. And that's when Wes Haynes stopped me, physically stopped me from being able to actually do it, which is astonishing.
Well, but as a police officer, he has the power to do that.
Well,
you know?
sure,
because
but
he's got to
we waited
make.
until the tickets were over, and it's like I have the right to call in a state patrol on state charges and take him straight down to a courthouse and be like, here's my sworn statement, my oath, my affidavit that this person committed these crimes. And because he didn't do that, you know what really bugs me? The reason why I said I remember you guys, it's the way I said it, is because that's the way that's the way Mike West said it. And Wes Haynes, when he got there, responded to our call initially. He moved the goalpost and basically did the unthinkable. Didn't consider it that it could be harassment. Said there was no probable cause. Opened and shut the investigation. And basically did the defamation of responding by going over the same statements and being like, oh, he must have been like, oh, I guess I'm going to have to remember you guys, kind of thing. You know, humming and hawing and basically defaming and discounting our statements that someone could actually harass us. So of course, I see this defamation the next time, the third time around, the final third time, where I finally get Mike West. I happen to be in the park, just using the restroom. I see his truck slowly pulling through the park. So, you know, that's the obstruction of justice. Is I stepped in front of his vehicle going 2 miles an hour through the parking lot, 1 mile an hour. And when I stopped him, he tried to run me over. So no joke, it's attempted vehicular manslaughter.
This is Mike West again?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I hate to say this, but the kind of emotion I felt at that moment was like, no, you can't do that. That's straight up murder. But anyways, I just peacefully just say, hey man, I gotta get you in for these charges, dude. You're so far evaded, you've gotten someone else to stop you, stopping me from being able to even do this to you. And all I'm doing is literally saying, you're innocent until proven guilty, buddy. But, you know, I have my probable cause as a citizen, and I have the right to. And 163201, and that was my duty, my right, my obligation as a citizen.
Let me read 163201 if you've got the time.
And so, yeah, dude, absolutely.
1632. Fair enough.
Basically, they pressed all these charges, pushed a faulty affidavit warrant to a district attorney, which ended up looking like he got all dropped over it.
Arrest by a private person. A person who is not a peace officer may arrest another person when any crime has been or is being committed by the arrested person in the presence of the person making the arrest.
Yep, he was harassing my brother. I witnessed it. It wasn't just me. My brother could have done it for me or whatever.
Sure. All right, man, you ready to get out of there so we can take the cuffs off?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Give me just a minute and I'll get you out, all right?
Just had to tell you as another witness, basically, because
that's fine, man.
Got a couple crooked cops / whatever.
No worries, man.
Just not pleased.
I appreciate your cooperation tonight. Sit tight, all right? I'll get you out.